Did you know that like everybody is gay now? Did you know like every single person, not just every single person in the country, that's not quite true, but Gen Z and the people coming after them are super duper gay, and all the other like LGBT, all of them. Pascal Emmanuel Gobry from the Ethics and Public Policy Center just posted this graph from Statista. Shows in 2014 the percentage of the population that identified as LGBT. You saw it was like somewhere around 2% for the silent generation born before 1946, somewhere around 2.5% for baby boomers, somewhere around maybe 3% for Gen X, and about 6 or 7% for millennials. Okay, all right, fair enough. Then 2017, they took the same snapshot. Remained about the same for the silent generation and the boomers and Gen X, but it went up for millennials, went up to like 8%. Then they're doing that now. It stays about the same for silent generation and Gen X and the boomers. Goes up even more to like 9.1% for millennials, 15.9% for Gen Z. I'm not denying that there is some potentially natural basis for sexual desires and things. Human beings are complicated. It's a fallen world. Everyone's got some strange sort of aspects to their psyche, and especially sex is so important to human nature. But there's got to be like some kind of social factor here, right? Unless Alex Jones is completely right and there's just something in the water and they're turning the frickin' frogs gay and they're turning the frickin' Zoomers gay, clearly there is some kind of social, philosophical, psychological, spiritual factor going on here. And I pointed out, not to castigate anything or anyone, just to point out the conservatives were right. When the conservatives said this is a slippery slope and, you know, these kinds of sexual ideologies are going to spread throughout the society, and then the libs said that's not true and that's ridiculous and what are you talking about? It was true. We were right. Society is never neutral. And this is a lesson not just for the libs to learn. This is a lesson for the libertarians to learn as well. And some of the conservatives who want to say, well, look, I'm going to do me, you do you. What you do doesn't affect me. Everyone should just do whatever they want as long as it doesn't scare the horses in the streets. It's not how it works. We live in society. We develop based on other people. Very few people in the history of the world have ever lived alone in the woods. We live in society, and the way that other people behave, the way that other people structure their desires even, are going to affect everyone else. And that's why these problems are not just individual, and they're not even just cultural to be addressed by the private enterprise. They're political. They're properly political as well. And to answer Whoopi Goldberg's question, how dare you espouse an opinion about this? How dare I? Because I got a brain and I got a conscience, and because I am a citizen. Darling, ring that bell, please. Thank you. I appreciate it. That way you'll get notifications. If you don't get notifications, you ought to also subscribe to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, wherever you get your audio podcasts. Subscribe to The Michael Knowles Show. Leave a 5-star review if you don't mind. I'll see you next time.